Hello and welcome to my studio. Let's roll. Hey friend, so this is not your typical YouTube tutorial from the Jenna Rainey channel. Today I'm going to walk you through my actual studio. So if you've been watching any of our other videos on this channel, then you'll know that we film our YouTube tutorials in our kitchen, which is not where I get all of my work done. This is the room that I get all of my work done. I have my studio all set up. I've got my computer where I'm answering emails or chatting with my team or designing things. I've got a scanner. I'm gonna walk you through how my studio is all set up. It's a very small space. But we make it work, we make it beautiful, we make it inspiring. So if you're an artist or some type of creative and you want to look at how to lay out a space that is going to make you more creative, I'm going to walk you through how I've got everything set up. But then I also have a couple other tools or random things in my studio that might surprise you that I don't know if any other artist has, actually. Maybe, but we'll see. So let's take a tour. So over here by the door, I have two shelving units. One of them is vintage. I'm so sorry. I have no idea where we got it, what vintage store. It's obviously vintage, so it's one of a kind. But this one on the right is the vintage one, and it basically carries all of my artwork that I still need to scan. So anything that is just like needing to be scanned and digitized for surface pattern designs or licensing work, or anything else that I'm doing. And then everything on the left is filed by category and is already scanned. So I've got, more holiday themed collections. I've got backgrounds and washes, artwork, lifestyle, floral. Some of my book stuff is filed away in here as well. So if I'm working on my book, I'll make a new file for a specific book. But everything that I scan or need to scan is either going into one of my everyday watercolor books, or it's going on a product with a manufacturer that I'm working on, which I'll show you some of the products that I had come out in because they're in random shelving units in my office. So that is how I store my artwork. Once I've painted it, I'll either need to scan it and it'll go in the right filing cabinet or shelving unit. And then if I have already scanned it, then I file it away, kind of categorized by themes. And then we've just got this really cute screen print. I picked this up at the Facebook headquarters in New York. I was doing a tour of the Facebook headquarters and they're like, hey, do you want this print? And I said, absolutely, I love the colors. So I grabbed it. And then this is a landscape that I did that I think is just really calming, something that is calming, soothing for me to look at when I'm answering emails or sitting at my desk on my computer. It's right at, just above my eye level. So I'll just glance up and be taken to the rolling hills. And one thing that keeps me inspired is having plants everywhere. So that might not be your style, maybe a couple onesie-twosie plants here and there, but as you see, as we work our way through my studio, you'll see I have tons of plants. I'm a plant lady fiend. I do kill some plants, but we try our best. Directly below that shelf, I've got my scanner. This is an Epson V600 scanner. A lot of people ask my recommendations for scanners. We have all the links to every single supply that I use in the description of this video below, so check it out. So I've got my scanner there, and then this shelving unit or cabinet that's long and skinny shelves, which I love. So this is from IKEA as well. And I've got like all of my Casetify product in there. All of my previous works are in there. I've got my planner collection stored away in some of these if I need to pull things out for quick reference. And then next to my computer on my desk, I have this really cute note that Miles wrote for me, even though he is not,
He's two.
He's two, he doesn't know how to write yet, so it was from Daddy, obviously, but it's just a nice little note of encouragement and congratulations from Miles/John next to my computer. And then we've got my computer, obviously this is where a lot of the magic happens. It's where a lot of Communicating with my team happens, a lot of Zoom calls with my team because all of my team members are remote except for John. So my ops manager, we've got a marketing director and all of that, and all the freelancers that we work with. So a lot of Zoom calls are happening. A lot of design work is happening, from scanning my work and digitizing it to creating patterns in Adobe programs. And then to the left of that, we have another cute little potted plant with it needs a little bit of help right now. It keeps drying out. I can't figure it out, but it's got this cute fuzzy plant in it. It's cute. Cute. And then I have some paper samples. So I used to be a wedding stationery designer. That's like kind of how I started this business. And I still teach a wedding stationery business or custom stationery paper products business course called Pen to Press. That is very successful. But if I ever do decide that I want to design paper products again, like I just did my best friend's wedding invitations last month, and I haven't done wedding invitations in probably 2 years. So I have some paper samples from all of my favorite paper manufacturers filed away there so I can remember names of things and show samples to clients and all of that. More plants, of course, pencil case for if I need to take my supplies downstairs if we're filming for YouTube. And then something that might be a little surprising for some of you, but it's really, really helpful for me, is this red light. This is an infrared light called the Photon Light from SaunaSpace is the brand. I love it because it's cute. I love the natural wood look, and it's got this warming kind of, it's not super hot, but the red light really helps counterbalance all of the blue light that I'm looking at when I'm looking at my screen. I'm sitting and looking at my screen like all day long for the majority of the time. It might look like I'm painting all the time, but there's a lot of computer work that happens. And so the red light helps to counterbalance the blue light, and it's really helpful for your eyes. It's also really calming and helps with melatonin production and all this crazy science stuff that you can read up on your own. But I'll link to this light that I have on my desk for you to check it out. It's been really good for my eyes. It's been really good for, I was starting to get like headaches from looking at a screen all the time. And so I pop that on when I'm looking at my screen, usually when I'm not doing anything that's color related, like designing patterns and I need to tweak colors because I obviously need to see what the color is. But if I'm answering emails or even on a Zoom call and want a nice red glow, all of that, pop that thing on, and it's just really nice for your eyeballs and really calming. And then we make our way to the painting half of my desk. So this desk is a standing desk from Autonomous. Love this desk so much. I have the L-shaped desk. John has the single desk. So it's just one of these blocks. But over here you can preset or customize your standing and sitting options, or you have your manuals. So I'm standing quite frequently throughout my day because if I sit for too long, my hips start to hurt and all of that. Different per person, obviously, but standing is my preferred. If I'm in here, I'm usually standing the majority of the time, even if I'm painting. I've just gotten used to it, and it's easier on my legs and my lower body back pain. And then over here by the window, you'll see I have all of my favorite brushes. A lot of these brushes I don't use, but they're just like for the one random time every 3, 4, 5, 6 months or whatever that I'll need it. And then I've got pencils and pens for any time I'm doing some ink illustrations, or my calligraphy pens if I'm doing calligraphy. I don't do calligraphy a ton anymore. Most of my work is done with watercolor, building out patterns and stuff like that, but I still do calligraphy every once in a while. And then I have this block calendar that I got from Brit & Co.'s shop. I love this thing. I've had it for like 5 years, and I forget to set up the date every single day, but because I'm filming today, I set it up to the right date. But I usually forget, or it'll go like a week and I'm a week behind the date, but it's cute. It's cute, it's different, it's something to look at, that's fun. And then we have obviously my palette, my paper, my water cups, my paper towels, and then I have my gooseneck phone holder. This is what I use to hold my phone when I'm filming things for stories, for Instagram, videos, time-lapse videos for Instagram, all that good social media stuff. And I film hyperlapse videos for our Pinterest page. And I've got one of my favorite planners that I did for my Blue Sky collection that is in Staples this year being 2021. So right next to me where I can jot down notes or schedule things into my calendar. And then this filing cabinet is, or this little like filing holder thing is full of paintings that are unfinished. So those are the things that I'm currently working on. Like I've got a stack of stuff that I've been working on for my next book that I'm currently working on, and painting a lot of sea life stuff, a lot of ocean stuff, because that's what the theme of my next book is all about, my third book. So that is like either I'm not finished with things or I want to add little details. So I've got that little container there on my desk so I can just easily sit and grab it or stand and grab it if I'm standing and painting. And then I have another one of these IKEA filing cabinets that I had over here with my scanner on top. This one has just a few books. 2 of those books are foreign translations of my everyday watercolor book. And I've got this 9 Heads book on the bottom, which is one of my all-time favorite books. It's mostly on like portraits and the human body and sketching and fashion illustration, but I love it. I love looking at the human body, the curves and all of that. So I'll open that up and just peek through it for inspiration. It's wonderful. And same thing with this shelving unit. I've got, you know, random products in there or styling bits and bobs that I'll use for you know, styling photos for social media, for Instagram. And both of these cabinets are on wheels, super handy. And this is just like my jungle section. This is my section of the office that I love to take product photos, like in front of all of these plants. I got this Go Get 'em Tiger print from Hoodspud Design. Love them, very talented twins. Designers, graphic designers, love that print. And then this lip piece I painted a few years ago and it just tied in the red, so I used it there. But we're propagating a couple of these pothos plants, I think they're called, over here by the lips. And then we have a bigger pothos plant on the other side that's kind of droopy and hangy, and then a money tree plant, I think. I don't know. And this is a fake fiddle leaf tree. Everything else is real. This is a fakie because I always kill fiddle leaves. So we're making sure we don't kill this one. And then over here, I've got a rolling cart that I used to have all of my calligraphy supplies. I had like 100 jars of custom made calligraphy inks. When I was a wedding stationery designer, I would also address envelopes in calligraphy ink, and every client wanted a different color. So I was mixing up a bunch of ink and would store it in there. I haven't decided yet what I want to do with this cabinet yet. Maybe let me know in the comments below what you would put in this rolling cart thing, because I don't use calligraphy inks like I used to. I just use black now and scan it and change the color in Illustrator or whatever. So let me know if you have ideas for this cart. Maybe we just load it up with plants and it's just like a jungle cart. And then over here we have the John Rainey desk.
Hi guys.
John is obviously my husband, but he's also my video guy full-time. So he does everything YouTube. He's the guy behind the camera right now.
Hi.
Hi. He's also made an appearance on my YouTube. Before he hijacked my channel on Valentine's Day. It was super sweet. So we'll link to the video so you can see what he looks like and see him paint. But he doesn't normally paint. What he does is he records the videos, films the videos, gets it all set up. He edits the videos. He publishes the videos on YouTube. He also edits all my podcast episodes, edits all my course videos. So I have a lot of online courses where I'm teaching creative business owners how to have a thriving business in various things like licensing, stationery design, all of that, email marketing course. So he is editing all of those videos, making them super clean and all of that before we get them into our course member area. So he's the tech dude. And he's been working with me full time for over a year now, almost 2 years. So super fun. But here's where he sits. He also has an autonomous desk, but it's the single desk instead of the full L desk. So still can stand and sit whenever he wants. And then in the closet, nothing really special there. It's just all of the books that I have that I was sent a ton of books from my publisher a long time ago when my first book came out, my second book came out. So I have a lot of books in there. I have a lot of old stationery work in there. If I ever want to pull that out and do some photos and promote my course pen to press, I'll pull those out. So that's kind of just like where we have a bunch of inventory on my books, old products, old stationery jobs, a lot of brushes, a lot of tubes of paint so I can easily refill my palette with my favorite Winsor Newton colors. The closet is super messy right now. We have not organized it since we moved in this last June. So you don't get to see that right now, but that's it. I mean, you can make any space work, especially if you're by a window and you're a painter. Having window light is really a game changer, and also taking photos of your work in window light is a game changer. But if you're in a small space, maybe you're in your kitchen or you have a spare bedroom or you're in your own bedroom, you can make it work. Just, set up some plants and maybe a section of prints that you really like. And I love this setup. It's cozy, but it is very inspiring. It gets the creative juices flowing, and I love coming in here every morning, sitting down with my coffee, checking my Asana tasks, seeing what I have to do for the day or for the week, and painting throughout the day. And it's a good setup, good time. If you liked any of the things that I mentioned in this video, like our desks, the gooseneck phone holder, all of that will be linked in the description below. So make sure you check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.